Tech, we back again. Moncho and the Washington Akoma House Initiative to talk about something we're really excited about. It is the 52 Date Night Challenge. You know black people get excited when they start talking like this. It's the 52 Date Night Challenge, yo. It's the 52 Date Night 52. B. And what the 52 Date Night Challenge is we're challenging all couples and or families and or single people to take yourself, take your loved one, take your family out on a date every week from Akoma Day this year to Akoma Day next year. And you can explain how it goes down a little bit.
At the minimum, you will have 2 date nights outside of the house and 2 dates inside of the house. Now you can be flexible because people have different schedules, especially if you're talking about doing something with your family. You need more flexibility. So what we say is it can be a date morning, it can be a date afternoon, it can be a date night, but the purpose of a date is really to build the intimacy that's in your relationship. So we want to keep the focus on what the purpose of a date is, just like if you were courting or just like if you were doing something to treat yourself. Keep the purpose in mind and then set up your space in order to build intimacy. So what we're saying is do something fun. The way that we like to do it is we trade off. So in a couple example, Moncho would take care of one date out of the house and one date in the house. And then I would do the same thing. We have a young part of our family and we also have older children.
Young adults.
Young adults. So we have a budget for date night. So we like to say, we know we got to take care of the babysitter, we know we got to take care of transportation, but after that, we have a limit on what we're going to spend on date night. So what we like to say is $50 per person is the max that we're going to do most of the dates, and that takes care of a lot of things in the community, a lot of things that are creative, dinners, movies, shows, trips, classes, different kinds of activities like that. And then once a season or so, it's something really special.
You can ball out. Just ball out. Break the date night rules. Just spend $200.
Exactly. Break all the rules.
If something special, if Maxwell come to town or whoever you feeling at the moment, go ahead and just, supersede the rules. But for budget's sake and for the creativity of intimacy, because it's very challenging sometimes to have 26 dates in your house, because that's essentially what's going to happen. So you got to move from room to room. It could be popcorn in a movie. It can be playing a board game. We want you to take as many electronics out of it as you can. But if you're doing a long distance type of thing, or you want to date with your child who may be away at school, you could set it up that way. The date night is definitely, it was designed with the couple in mind, but then they're the focal point that brings the family to a head. So you can go down from the couple to the children, and if you're in a situation where you're not there with a family or children, you can definitely do this at home. We want you to save money. We want you to spend money with your community. So when you go out there to spend your $50 on a date night, in this economy, you got to be creative to spend $50. So we don't want to just make it lavish and super material where you just going out throwing money away. We want to say it's a $50 cap. So now how can 2 people go out and have a date for $50? You got to be creative. You got to do a lot of community stuff. You got to, not eat as much. You have to do things that are going to really challenge you to bring your creativity into shared time. And we know that once you do that, you'll heighten your relationship and your relationship value will go up. And that's what we're really trying to get at with the 52 Date Night Challenge. So brothers, don't get a little shook because we're saying 52 dates. That's a lot of guap.
And you're in a couple, you're splitting it. So the idea is you get to be creative.
Birthday for somebody.
Like you were when you were courting. So another one of the things that people come to us and say,
nothing when you was courting.
That could be true. But a lot of the people say that, they grow apart. And what we sometimes know is that you don't really grow apart. All things that maybe got you together, you have to keep doing some of those things as you grow in your relationship. So you have to keep getting to know each other. You're going to change, right. You're going to be together for a long time.
Right.
And there's a part of me that is exactly how I was when I was younger. There are some remnants of my old personality, but then there are parts of me that change all the time. Right. So with the person that you can sometimes
I'm always changing.
Take for granted.
I won't be the same after this video. I'll be changed. When you come back and see us, I won't even be me.
Oh, goodness. You don't want to take your beautiful husband for granted, right?
Right.
So by being creative, I always tell people, look for places where you can get to know your husband, where you can, maybe entertain one of his interests, whether it's online, on a Groupon. A lot of times small businesses put their...
She's the Groupon queen. I found this on Groupon.
But it's a way that you can do something that maybe you wouldn't have done, that maybe you want to try out, that maybe you don't know how it is, and still stay within your budget and within your creativity. So a lot of times there's going to be something on there that you didn't even think of, whether it's a class we live in a great area. Easy for us living here in New Jersey to get to New York, Pennsylvania, DC in a reasonable amount of time.
Right.
But you know your area for the dates that are outside of the house. And for those 26 dates outside of the house, you're splitting them. So you're only doing one out of the house in a month, and your mate is doing the other one out of the house in a month. And Mantra kind of talked about the ones inside of the house. You could be doing, a massage, a manicure or pedicure. You can read a book together. You can dance. There's a lot of things that you can do.
You could do naked parcheesi or whatever you into. Not don't take that too far.
You get the idea.
But the point is that, like Nawasha said, the way to not grow apart is to plan to grow together. And that's what the date night is about. Definitely incorporate it with your children. It gives them a time to have their voice in the family. Mm-hmm. It's family date night. We do board games with the date night, and it's challenging for us because we have a 3-year-old and a 20-year-old, and 2 and 3 in between. So it's not like we can always just pop in a video or do something that is going to engage everyone. So we got to be creative. And it's very challenging at times. They'll unplug quick on you on a whack date night. So, you got to make it real.
To get to know each other, get to know yourself and say what you're interested in. Get to know your children better because they're going through phases all the time too.
Right.
And
they need you.
Be together. So actively plan to grow together. And get out of your comfort zone. Don't do the same thing all the time.
Right.
Try things. If it doesn't work out, and you're gonna see some of our dates don't work out, they're not the best, but you still had an experience. The same way that you did maybe when you were courting and you had a light heart, right?
Single people, take the date night challenge seriously. Date yourself. Give yourself the attention, the time, and the nurturing that you're looking for someone else, if you are looking for that from someone else. If you are not, you already know that you deserve that from yourself, and you should be making it scheduled time, that you have me time, where you can go get that pedicure, that manicure, that massage, that movie night, that tea house, that coffee house, the poetry slam, a hip hop show, a jazz performance, whatever it is that you're into. Make sure that you go out and get that time and nurture your own soul, because as you develop your soul, you're coming closer to your soulmate. And so that's definitely is very important for you.
And that's it. We're going to start on one of the biggest date nights of the year. In America.
It's Akoma Day.
Is Akoma Day. So
February 14th. And we're looking for people to really send what they're doing. We're going to be posting our pictures and saying, hey, this is what we did for date night. This is what we're doing. What you doing? And try to get ideas from each other and just, let's get it moving and going. Let's talk back and forth to each other. That's what we want to do.
Yeah, we want to inspire each other. So we're going to spread the love, and then this continues our Akoma Day every day, because we'll be seeing all of your dates, you'll be seeing all of ours, and we look forward to seeing you.
Until that time, we reach in peace and say,
Akoma. Bye.